Hello, poker fans, and welcome to the Hartle Building at the West Fargo Fairgrounds. You are watching live coverage of the Dakota Poker Tour Spring Championship MEGASTACK. This is our main event on the weekend with one more day remaining. This is just feature table coverage, and yeah, let's go ahead and start introducing our players around the table. Of course, my name is Brian Peck. Seat 1 will be Justin Halverson of Fargo. He's going to start with 84,000 in chips. Seat 2 is going to be Cash Mitchell. He's out of Fargo. He's starting with 86,000 in chips. Seat 3, just getting out of his chair, Cody Griffin of Moorhead, Minnesota, starting with 182,000 in chips. Seat 4 in the red there is Matt Petznick of Hawley, 86,000 in chips. Seat 6, Jason Kramer of West Fargo. He's got a nice sized chip stack as well, 179,000. Seat 6, just sitting down there, is going to be Austin Christensen of Fargo, 199,000. Jason Anderson in seat 7. He is out of Spiritwood, 31,000 in chips. Not present currently, but will be sitting down shortly. The man, the myth, the legend, Awesome Bosom of Moorhead, Minnesota, 54,000 in chips. So he's definitely the second shortest chip stack at the table. So we'll be looking for Awesome Bosom to be making some nice moves here to hopefully come away with a nice deep run or even a championship here. Not playing favorites whatsoever, trust me. In seat 9, Mike Pajari of Detroit Lakes. He's the chip leader at the table with 200,000 in chips. There we are with our feature table. We'll go there, and then let's also swing around to the rest of the field. There we are. 99 registered players. Registration is officially closed here for our 100K Mega Stack. It was a $300 buy-in. Nice little wide shot of the Hartle building as well. There's our truss. That's a nice truss we have there. So nice turnout, all the familiar faces and then some here for the Spring Championship. Prize pool is yet to be determined, but it's going to be a nice one, tell you that much. We'll go ahead and get into our feature table action very shortly once our players get all settled.
Okay. Mine has no cap. So that's how we're all.
Yesterday we had our Friday night turbo night. That was a $100 buy-in.
I know, it's be careful.
And with up to 2 add-ons for the 300 total. 15K starting chip stack, 20-minute blinds. Previous champion, Mike Estes. Last night's champion, Dale Neubauer. I believe he is the local here in West Fargo. Plays at the local for the FPN Free Poker Network League, Bar League. So Dale Neubauer comes away with a win, $44,550 for that win. Does look to be in the new DPT era. Does look to be Dale's only win. But yeah, congratulations to Dale on that that win last night, and we now dealer 1. We're going to be starting right there, seat 3, or seat 4 rather. Matt Petznick starting off with pocket twos. He's going to raise it up to 11,000. Fold around to Mike Pajari. He's picking up aces. Oh my goodness. Starting off hot here on the stream. Mike's going to 3-bet to 92 or to 32,000. Justin Halverson will fold. Cash folds. Flop comes 10, 10, 8. Wow, Matt Petznick firing away for 53,000, 54,000. He's all in. We're going to see a call for sure. And that's pretty much going to do it for Matt Petznick. Using up just 1 minute of his 15 minutes of fame. Very unfortunate to first hand on stream. First time I've seen him on stream, and pocket twos, gets it all in. He is a short stack, so needing to make a move early, might as well, as they say. Even perhaps better news, I see Tiny from Hawaii back there as well, poking his face out into the crowd. So action will be, oh, let's just say we missed it all. Nice work, camera operator. That's me, of course. So we're gonna have 3 players to the flop. And we'll see a bet here from Kramer. Looks to be about 6,000. And we'll see folds all around, and Kramer will take down a much needed pot, not much needed, sorry. He's got 179,000 in chips. So although his chip stack may be small, they're all big chips. It's kind of like if you had a $100 bill and someone had $101 bills, it would seem like the person with $101 bills has way more, but in fact they have the same. It's amazing how math works. Alrighty then. Action is on C1, and looks like Justin will take down the pot. And as always with these early streams, it seems like there's always kinks to work out. That's exactly what's going on here. Doesn't matter how prepared you are, and damn, we came prepared today. Came on with our mean game faces, and then we have this. Yeah, the framing in camera 4 is luckily absolutely perfect. So, Justin Halverson folds. Cash will fold. Over to Kramer on the button. He'll make the call. We'll call. Blinds are at 244, I believe. 2,000, 4,000, 4,000, big blind ante. Austin will be first to act. We'll check. Jason. And I think Jason's all in there for about 19,000. This is what you call watching poker in the dark. It's kind of fun. Even I'll let you know what happens. We'll do the best we can here. We're just figuring out some of the graphics issues, which is a real bugger today. So let's do that. So yeah, we're just figuring out some technical difficulties, and we'll have it dialed in here for you guys for the big conclusion of. Actually, that's going to be tomorrow, because tonight we will be bagging chips at a certain time, and then we'll come back tomorrow and start streaming again. It's going to be a joyous time for poker fans who just couldn't be here, couldn't make it. Also want to let those of you guys know out there that we've got some raffle tickets that West Fargo Rural Fire is selling for a $12,000 main event package. We do have to sell all the tickets. Last I heard is we are down to under 200 tickets to be sold. Drawing will be tomorrow, Sunday, April 21st. You do not need to be present to win, but you must be 18 to purchase the ticket. Again, they are $20 a piece. If you can't make it here, but you'd like to get in on the action and potentially win a $12,000 main event package, let a friend know that you want to buy a raffle ticket that may be here and get your name on there. Looks like Kramer's in another hand against Bosom and Mike there in seat 8 and 9. Bosom will bet 5,000. See if we can zoom in on that for you. You can see a little bit more of the action. That's all the farther we can go down, so looked like not a whole lot was going on there. And Bosom scoops up a pot.
you need to use your cell phone, just step away. Thank you.
All right, and that was another Kramer win.
I did. I just showed king 10 on the small blind. Pick up granted ace king plus king. Be going. All right, taters. Talk to you later.
And it looks like we have a newcomer to the table, Becky Hansen. Becky Hansen is from Lisbon, North Dakota. And she has 78,000 to start in her chip stack. Lucky her. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, oops, sorry about that. Looks like we're heading on over to Justin. And Cash, or Justin does make the call. Cash folds. And so Becky and Justin will, and also Cody will be involved in a hand. Actually, we got multiple people in this hand.
They have a really good brisket, chili brisket sandwich. I don't know what you got. You're good. That's 15,000. They have a steamed brisket and cheddar. That's really, really good. The first time I got it. We were in a rush. That place
All right.
good. So was Jersey Mike's really good too.
So Justin, looks like Becky bets for 25,000.
Jersey Mike's is
We're gonna fold around. Justin calls, Cody folds, and now we are 2 ways to a flop. And that's king 6, 7, ace 8.
they can't kill my hand. They're in the cards.
So there's definitely some things to be worried about. Justin will bet about 35,000. And Becky's gone all in. Now Justin's in a tight spot here. Justin started on his table with just 84,000. We can assume he has maybe just a little bit less than that, maybe 40,000 behind, maybe less. Trying to see what he's shuffling in his hand. We might be able to count. We're gonna count his chips. Yeah, he's got just 26,000 left in his hand. Very tough call here. Again, the board is king of diamonds, 6 of clubs, king of clubs, ace of hearts, 8 of spades. So we don't know what Justin has, but he might have an ace and be worried about the kings out there. Becky's all in, is pretty confident she's got it. The flush doesn't get there. There's no straights out there. I think they're waiting. Seat 1's in a cooler.
Floor on 1.
Max is calling, I think, the floor over. Was he calling time on him? All right, so Justin perhaps sniffs out something bad there, but Becky making a statement here on our featured table.
We're good. Okay.
And it looks like Cody will be in the big blind, so Becky will be first to act.
Oh, sorry.
She'll fold. Kramer folds. It's like a call from Austin. We'll see some folds. Justin finds himself in a hand yet again. See what comes of it. It does look like an all-in, actually. And it looks like Justin will double up.
26, you throw 30 out? I had 30 out, yeah.
So Justin survives and I believe doubles up there, so that's kind of nice for him.
Good on your end?
And just know we are going to be getting a recount on all the chips. Probably start with the small chip counts first,
C4 has 152.
as those are easier to count, and I think we do have quite a few.
C2 has 53.
We do have quite a few short stacks, so we'll call it that.
152. C4.
You know, get a nice little bird's eye view of Max, your dealer, counting out all them chips. Gonna be working on Kramer's chips next. Let's get right in there. Nice tight shot. Look at that's what he's got. 151.
Stop the clock while we're fucking around. Wow, let's go. Place cards. There's 11 viewers.
Number 4 is Becky Halverson. Oh, Hansen. Becky Hansen's.
16, my friend. 16. TV in every room.
All right, so we're just getting that re-chip count once again, working out all the kinks.
His son's there with like
No big deal.
that's 3 of them.
If I'm not stressing over it, neither should you. And ladies and gentlemen, we are finally back in action. This is what dreams are made of right here. I'm gonna fold around to Justin. Justin and Cash. Cash is going to go all in for 53,000. Jason Kramer is going to be thinking about what he wants to do here. Oh my God, and Cash Mitchell goes all in with ace jack suited. Jason Kramer ace 4. He's absolutely crushed pre-flop. And then Kramer flops 2 4s. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but dang. Jason Kramer with a nice pickup there and eliminating another player. And if you want to be updated on all things Dakota Poker Tour, specifically with this tournament, you can go to dakotapokertour.com. Click on live updates right there at the top of the website. And you can see we have about 57, maybe 56 players remaining. And Bosom is going all in. Ace King. Mike Pajari now thinking about his options. He does fold. We fold around the table to Kramer, who will fold as well. And Austin folds, so Bosom picking up the blinds and antes on that hand. And Bosom picks up those blinds and antes just in the nick of time. He's going to shove all in once again. We're going to see folds by Mike there in seat 1. Fold from a whole host of other players over to Kramer. And Bosom will take up some more blinds and antes. So Bosom picking up 2 good hands in a row. He's just going to do the one thing that he knows how to do, and that's go all in. And now he will be paying the big blind, 2-4-4 still. And it will be Mike first act. He's going to fold. Mike, oh, sorry, that was Justin. He's going to raise it up to 10,000 with pocket 8s. Kramer on the button, sitting pretty nice there with some ace. An ace queen suited. And Kramer 3-bets to 35,000, so now it is up to Justin to decide. This is basically going to be for all of his chips, should he decide to call. It's going to leave him with 5,000 behind or so. Oh no, I see he's got about 52,000 left in his stack. And he is going to make the call.
Oh, no, I don't.
Actually, he's going to shove all in. And that flop comes. Just a bit too bright in this building, I tell you what.
Nice play the all day. Yep.
And that does look like Kramer's going to knock Justin out. Jack, Queen, Ace, Deuce, 10. Yeah, so Kramer hits his ace, his needed ace, and Kramer's going to get quite a bit richer. A little bit richer, maybe 25% of his stack or so.
Three diamonds. Didn't matter. Basically, flop dead to lead. We're running 10-9. Jesus. I didn't think about that. Thanks for saying it now. Thought I talked him into a fold. Told him I show him. I was being honest.
And it looks like we do have 2 new players coming in. That'll be next hand. Let you know who those players are.
Correct call. Wrong one out for him.
And Cody picks up pocket aces. He's just gonna cool call for 4,000. Becky folds, Kramer folds. Oh, he raises to 11. What's going on there? Oh, and Austin Christensen picks up pocket kings. He's going to 3-bet to 25,000. Oh, boy. I think we all know that face who's about to be sitting down at the table. That is one Chase Lardy.
In between ham?
Where are we? There we are.
That's what I said.
While you're at supper, you want to help you do that?
Okay, so Austin shoves it all in, and Cody's going to call.
Yeah, that's a great spot. Just keep your phone by your ear.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you. I'll get you guys another player in a few minutes. Thank you.
Very nice, very nice. And that flop run out. Almost all hearts. Oh my gosh, Austin Christensen pulls off kind of a miracle with 4 hearts to the flush. He is going to double up through Cody. Wow, that's a heartbreaker. Aces get cracked. And our 2 new players. It's going to be in seat 2 or seat 7, Chase Lardy. He's coming with 87,000 in chips. Chase is from Fargo, and then we got Bob Baker of Pearl, Minnesota. He's coming with some very nice chips, 295,000 to be exact. He is definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with at our feature table. We're going to fold around to Kramer. And there's our first look at Chase, I guess. There he is. Oh, we do this. Chase forgot it was his turn.
In my defense, I was
There's Bob and up.
Together in the Indian Ocean. I was like, what's going on? That's me. That's you.
What are you doing?
And first to act looks like it will be Mr. Baker.
Thank you.
Nine's good.
Thank you. Chip in the chair.
Played so much poker that I've never been on the pitch table so much.
I got lost in the cameras there.
You know, video proof of it. Like they already knew. Now they're like, see, you are bullshit. They wanted to have concrete proof against me.
So once again, you're watching feature table coverage of the DPT Spring Championship MEGASTACK. Everyone started with 100K in chips. It was a $300 buy-in. Looks like we're going to have right around 50 or so players remaining. And we're going to fold around to Awesome Bosom, who is going to bet 11,000. And Bob Baker looks to call. And I think Cody is technically all in.
Yeah, 13 back, right? 13 back max, 3,000 more. Oh,
So we're just going to figure out our side pot here.
He didn't have enough.
I have to make it 12.
yep, that's right.
I made it 11, but it's actually supposed to be 12, 76.
Big one.
Yep. No. It's only 10 on the side. That's all.
Going for 7. Sorry, Mac. Trying to be a little bigger as usual.
Flop comes 839. Actions on Awesome Bosom. He's going to, that's 17,000. Looks like Bosom will fire away again for a bit more. Now he's going to check now. I think Bob checked. Bosom bets 25,000.
TV knows.
And Bosom with just, I guess, trip baits there. It's going to take down a nice sized pot. Bosom making a charge. Remember, he came into this table as a short stack. Now, look at that. He's got a yellow chip. Isn't that something? Cody Griffin is eliminated in the process as well. Yeah, we're just knocking them out left and right. A new player, Wade Kaiser. 90K in chips is what he'll be starting with. He'll be in next hand, though. Austin folds, Chase folds. Action on Mike Pajari. Looks like he's going to make the call.
Keep him coming. Wait.
Oh, you took it out.
Aw.
Come on, man.
Come on.
It was coming out anyway.
Wait, that was sexy, though.
Come on.
And it does look like Wade was doing some decorating of his beard. Interesting play.
Save some for the rest of us.
You don't have to buy a baseball bat to knock him off, right?
I think that's a one-chip call there from Mr. Baker.
I'll take at least one lap.
Flop comes 8, Jack 3. So we got 5 players to the flop.
It's cool.
Oh, you got me.
And Becky's going to bet 12,000. Both her and Kramer have pretty much the exact same hand. Action is on there. Mike Pajari will call. Turn comes a queen. And Becky's going to bet 16,000. Blinds have gone up to 3,000, 6,000 with the 6,000 big blind ante. Kramer will make the call. Mike has a bottom middle pair after the turn. He's going to get out of the way. So now it's a battle between Becky and Kramer. Will one get the other to fold with a more aggressive play or not? The river, they check on the river and they will choppity chop chop chop. Unless the river was a spade and it was not. So fun little laugh there from the players.
Did you not see that other 8 on the river that he hit? Always an 8 on the river.
So there's your new player, Wade Kaiser from Erie again. Going to start with 90,000 in chips. And then next hand we'll have Josh Lansdorf of West Fargo with 67,000 in chips. So I think what I'm gathering is there's a lot of short stacks out on the tables. And they're being funneled over here to the feature table. Chase Lardy will be second act.
Joshua! Jeez. This table just keeps getting more and more stacked. Wade walks in.
Actually, I think Chase is the big blind. Does he not? No, he's under the gun. It's definitely taken a little bit of time to get used to doing all of it again, but that's why we're doing it now. We're ironing out all the details, getting into the swing of things. It's been a little over a month, I think, since we last streamed. But I am commentating and running cameras. And I think we see calls from everybody. At the same time, I'm trying to research things when I can on the internet, adjust cameras, provide commentary for you, and Justin's going to check Chase with the Broadway up and down there.
I'm like, thanks, honey. That's the feedback. You should have wore a hat. Yeah.
So Mike bets 13,000. Justin middle pair, I think he's making the call. I think that's a yellow chip, and now it's up to Chase Lardy if he wants to see another card or not. He'll make the call. So an ace or 9 here would make a really nice hand for Mr. Lardy. It is an 8. Justin just improved to 2 pair. He's going to check. Chase checks. And Mike's going to continue to fire away for 25,000. Very sneaky 2 pair for Justin. He makes the call, and Chase is just kind of disgusted, to be honest, because he really wants to have his draw hit. He's going to fold. Ace on the river, and Mike Pajari now gets his 2 pair. And Chase is so pissed because he would have gotten the Broadway. Oh my goodness. What an insane turn of events. Both players at some point catching 2 pair, and Chase with that queen 10. It's just, I mean, is it worth it to chase like that a river card? I don't know. I don't know. Chase is definitely quite upset that that's the run out of cards. 2 players spiking 2 pair on the turn and river, and the river would have given Chase the ultimate hand there, as they might say, the nuts. So I'm sure he'll remember that one for a while. Oop. Yep, he's going to fold over to Wade. Getting used to it again. Wade's going to fold. Mr. Barker's going to fold. It's like Bosom raised to 14,000. We did fold around to seat 6, I believe. It's just Chase and Bosom, so the big blind versus under the gun. Chase checks. Bosom will bet 6,000. Oh, a 10 on the. Oh, man. Check there. We're going to have a hat in the way, but oh, man. Bosom was reaching for chips, and Chase disgustingly folds. It's just very unfortunate. That's the way it happens. So Mike's going to be first to act. Again, this is a $300 buy-in. You get 100K in chips. This is our MEGASTACK tournament, one of our biggest of the year. I thank West Fargo Rural Fire for being the sponsoring charity. There's Josh Lansdorf, our first look at him a little bit. Becky Hansen will raise to 18,000. Fold around to Bosom. And looks like Becky will take that home. Some little action out there from the rest of our tables. Yeah, it's beautiful. Ah, Survivor tournaments are available now too. If you have not been able to enter,
Haven't got it yet?
if you've not been able to enter or weren't able to play this afternoon, really wanted to play but can't, then you can head down to the Hartle building at the West Fargo Fairgrounds now and play. We got Survivor tournaments available now.
I don't know if they're doing commentary real time or not. I don't know. It's real time.
Real time assistance.
Ryan, speak up. Speak up.
Kramer's going to bet 18,000. Austin Christensen is going to bet call the 18,000. Ace queen. Possible fold.
No wonder why you're a million value zone.
Mike's going to fold, and we're going to go to a flop here. So Kramer's going to bet a nice size of chips, 26,000 to be exact. Especially since Kramer flops a flush draw. Jeez. Austin hitting top pair. Great kicker. I believe that was a raise to 52,000. Yeah, and Kramer will call 3 on the turn of spades. That's a blank. Kramer does have 10 outs, but so Austin is just going to shove all in. Whoop, that's a mistake. That's what I wanted right there. That's what I wanted. I'm sure he's calculating here, but he does have 10 outs. And he just can't muster it, even though nearly a quarter of the deck was going to save him. Just didn't want to risk it, especially now. That was a huge pot, 263,000. Good stuff right there.
I would risk my ace once you raise it, then my hand shrinks up.
I fold as much if you fold there, nice. I'm a tortoise.
We're going to fold to Kramer. Austin definitely catching a good little run of cards here. Chase is going to fold. Bosom will fold. Over to Wade Kaiser. Wade's going to fold as well. Let's see what Mr. Baker does. Nothing. Because he didn't have chips, I don't think, to start with. That would make a ton of sense. again, we will be bagging at some point tonight. We'll come back tomorrow and finish up here at our championship Sunday. So we will not see a conclusion here tonight. And as I said, Survivor tournaments are available starting now down at the Hartle Building, the West Fargo Fairgrounds. I think that's a call by Wade. We'll see a check by Mr. Baker. Flop comes Jack, King 6. Wade will check, Bob checks, and Becky checks. 5 of clubs on the turn. Wade now has a little bit of life with a club draw. He's going to shove all in. Bob's going to fold, and so is Becky. So Wade's going to go ahead and take down that pot. Wade, not many chips. He's going to have about 96,000 now. Blinds are 3-6-6, so is that 15K to finance away around the table? So if you just have, you know, even just 100,000 in your chip stack, you only make it around, what is that, 6.5 times or so? Chase Lardy's all in. Wade's gonna fold. Bob's gonna fold. Josh Lansdorf will fold, so will Becky. We'll see if Austin Christensen can stomach a call here. He cannot. Lardy, I don't know if he's happy that he just got folded to. He might have wanted to get doubled up. Definitely wanted to get doubled up. Who we kidding? That would have been preferable.
Survive the lap. Survive the lap. Just a bubble.
Yeah, I just heard him say we survived a lap. That's all. Sometimes it's all you can ask for when you're short stack at a table. And we will be starting action on Mr. Kramer. 10-4. And I think that's not break soon, is it? I think we got about an hour until we go on a break. See, check there. Or some folds. Bosom folds. Mike with ace king. He's going to bet, I believe, 25,000. He just makes the call, the one chip call rule. I see. Oh. We'll fold around, and now it's up to Kramer, I believe, to call. Kramer was the original aggressor. So we will see a flop. Flop comes 7-9-6. Kramer will be first to act again. Just 10-4. Roger that. Mike Pajari not getting any piece of that flop, but Kramer does continue the story, bets 26,000. Mike a little confused, just wants to get out of the way perhaps. And Bob will make the call. Another 6 on the turn. Kramer will check. Now Bob's gonna shove all in. And Kramer's gonna fold, so nice read by Bob there as a time that he could definitely get aggressive. I have played with Kramer at least for a little while at the M&J Saloon, and from what my experience is he does like to be aggressive and really test your fortitude, your balls, if you want to stay in with a pot with him. And yeah, definitely one of those characters out there. And on the topic of Kramer, we do have his Hendon mob pulled up. Best live cash, a little over 5,000. And 141st on the all-time North Dakota money list. So I don't know how many players there are in that database, but I gotta feel like 141st is definitely up there. Oh, I did see an all in there from Josh Lansdorf. Action's now on Bosom, who makes the call for 36,000 more. Bob folds. And so we are going to be heads up. Flop comes 6-10-4. Deuce on the turn. And a queen on the river. Awesome Bosom is going to knock out Josh Lansdorf. Oh man, that's unfortunate. Josh Lansdorf hardly getting in any hands here. Oh, apparently that's Max's roommate. Oops. So, your winner of that hand, Bosom. And yeah, remember, as long as Bosom has chips, he is a dangerous fellow. And for just this reason, to win a poker tournament of 100 people, of 1,000 people, of however many people, it's going to take a good bit of luck in order to outlast everyone, really. Chase Lardy folds. He'll be first to act, and he already made that action. Mike Pajari picking up pocket aces. I think that's just raised to 25,000 perhaps. 17,000 he says. Wade will fold. Bob will make the call. So we'll have Mike and Bob. I think we're just making some change for the pot there. So Mike pocket aces, Bob Baker, ace jack. Your flop comes 3 deuce 7, all blanks. Not much help to either player. There's a runner spade option for a flush, which Mike would still have Bob absolutely dominated, but Mike is going to go ahead and lead out for 20,000. Bob is going to make the call. $7 on the turn. We had a bet of 26K. Now 50,000 from Mike. Putting some real pressure on Bob. Bob's gonna fold. Very wise fold, and Mike exposes the aces. And be your winner of the hand right there. I think aces were played very well in that hand. Nothing too crazy.
I just got here. I haven't been playing with him all day. I have no idea.
You saw him get aces twice in 30 minutes.
Exactly. That's what I thought, Kramer and Austin. Because you're me shit.
For the record, he had aces.
So we've definitely seen a number of knockouts. I don't even know what the number's at. Just four knockouts? I feel like it's been 5 or 6 perhaps. Blinds are up. See Wade fold. Babu just got into a big hand. He's gonna fold. Licking his wounds. Licking. Kramer ace-3 suited. He's gonna look for some chips to throw into the middle. And he did successfully find those chips. Chasing the big blind. He's got 18K to call. He's gonna make the fold with that's what you call hot garbage in your hand. Now, Mike, we're not sure what his cards are. I hope we haven't ran into a situation where a card is dead all of a sudden. There we are. There's Mike Pajari's hand. It's a king-9. And Mike did make the call. So 3-6 jack is the flop. Kramer does hit a 3. See a check. Kramer's reaching for chips. I think it's going to be 18,000 or something, or something close to that. 18,000. Mike is going to fold. Kramer scooping in more chips, playing a really nice game here. It's easy to have options on how to play your game when you are catching cards to be able to actually do things that you want. And Kramer's had a nice little run of cards here. We'll fold around over to Chase. He'll make the call. Bosom will check his option. So Lardy will be up first. He checks. We check, so there's Kramer. He's gonna make a bet. See some folds. Yeah, folds all around. Kramer will win another pot. Nice job, Kramer. So in case you're wondering, North Dakota, all-time money list. Tom McCormick, the Shamrock Kid, first place in North Dakota all-time money list with 2.3 million. Roger Johnson from Grand Forks, also he's second place on the North Dakota all-time money list. It's kind of interesting. No idea who Roger is.
I'm as settled as I ever get.
See a call. And Mike did raise to 23,000. Chase will call. Flop comes 9, ace, 6. Chase will hit bottom pair. Looks like Mike makes a bet, and Chase will fold. Mitch Shook, third place on the Hendon Mob North Dakota all-time money list, 1.5 million. We got Brooke Leiter in fourth place. Of course. That guy, Kramer, is aware there is a chip on his head.
We'll see if he sees it on stream. We'll get a shot. I don't hear him talking any shit. Microphone's all picked up everything.
And if you're just joining us, you can head on over to Facebook, or you're probably joining us on Facebook or YouTube. There is a raffle going on from West Fargo Rural Fire Department. And they're 20 bucks a piece. Looks like Chase is all in. $20 raffle tickets are on sale right now. Drawing will be tomorrow. And the top prize is a $12,000 World Series of Poker, or just a $12,000 poker prize package. So if you want to get in on that sweet little raffle that we got going on, come on down to the Hartle Building in West Fargo, and you could find yourself filling out a form or a raffle ticket, and then bam, tomorrow your name gets called, you're $12,000 richer. Easy as that. So Bob's first act, we see check, check. Bob will check. Austin will check. Lardy's going to need to see a 4, and that's not it. We're going to see Chase Lardy eliminated from this tournament. Bob will fold after a 50K bet from Justin. And there he goes. Unfortunately, Chase, another one of them characters of the poker crowd. Always a good personality. Hate to see him go. But there we are. We're going to do the nice long entrance.
They'll move us after next break. They'll put us on.
We're just testing the limits. Testing the limits of how far our Zoom can go.
You want to leave and come back on the table.
I do believe Becky folded, and we are going to be...
Right? Let's see. I just guess like, yeah, she does. Room on the chair.
So Wade Kaiser had he's going to be all in for 80,000.
Random draw.
Bob Baker with pocket fives.
We may not even
He's going to make the call, I think.
Bring the shipload over.
Oh, wow. So action is now on Justin. He's going to fold. So we're going to see an all-in and a call between Wade Kaiser and Bob Baker.
The classic. Good luck, guys.
Flop comes 5, deuce, 7. Oh man, Bob spikes the 5 for trips, knocking out very strong opponent in Wade Kaiser. So we just have people sit down, and guess what? We're knocking people out. They come, they go, and then they leave the building.
Good news, Wade doesn't have to shave the beard. There you go.
You got me by 3K. There you go. Not more. I'm supposed to put that in.
Yeah.
Get it in, guys. Get it in.
Yeah, right?
You know I'm capable.
Awesome. That's what I'm thinking.
Have Tony Euler joining us this hand. Comes with a very nice sized chip stack. Becky is going to raise to 18,000. Kramer folds. And Justin Christensen will call for 18,000. Oh, well, we'll just see. Mike's going to fold. That's why I already panned away from him. How about that? Bob will fold. And Tony Euler, ace-5 suited. In the big blind, just 10K more. I think with his chip stack, he might consider either a call or a raise here. And Tony, I believe, will make the call. Euler will be first to act. His flop comes 5, 9, 3. He's going to check. Becky is going to bet a cool 25,000. 18,000. We don't have enough change at this table. Justin will call. I think Tony will get out of the way, so we are going to have 2 players. Seven of diamonds on the turn. No help to either player. Becky's going to continue firing away. Another 18,000 perhaps, 20,000, okay? And Justin does make the call, another 7 on the river. Becky's going to continue. $30,000. Oh man. It's probably max extraction from Austin and probably the min loss from Becky. That's what I'm going to call that at. And folks, your prize pool is officially in. Up top, $7,700 is what we're playing for. Second place will get a cool $5,000. Third place, $3,600. So there's some big money being played for this weekend. Very excited to see who will be our champion of the DPT Spring Championship. So seat 7 will be Mike Labachuk of Fargo. He's going to have 106,000. Seat 1 will be John Stage from Fargo, 77,000 in chips. Looks like Justin's going to raise to 20,000. Actions on Mike. He's going to fold. Bosom will fold. Mike is also going to fold. Here's our first look at John's stage. A nice folding motion. And we'll fold around to Justin again, and guess what? He wins. It's an easy game when that's all you have to do is just win.
You squirrel find a nut once in a while. Even the blind ones.
Yeah, even the blind ones. At least his ones. Look like that blind ones.
We didn't say what.
All right, finally getting my streams going on my computer.
First walk of the day. I like where this is going.
I'll say some hellos to a few fans out there.
This guy will screw up a. Forgot. That's what I was gonna say. There's Mike. So. In theory.
Fold over to Kramer.
I know he can't resist raising the goddamn button on me.
So it looks like it's just going to be Kramer versus Euler. And I do believe Kramer checked. Euler's going to bet 15, 16,000, maybe 20.
See what he's making. 52.
Kramer's going to raise it up big. 45,000.
That's fair. That's only fair. I can't even argue with that. I've lived it. No, I blame him. Married 24. What is this now? 24?
Action is on Euler after that massive raise by Kramer.
He was right there. He came short. He'll probably get 20K.
Yeah, take all the time you need, Euler. Sniff out what Kramer might have. I'm sure Euler and Kramer are no strangers of playing against one another. So Euler probably knows that Kramer might have absolutely nothing right now, or he might have a monster. So we'll find out. He does make the call. Kramer's going to check, slow down.
I've already given up on this hand.
He'll check, check. And on the river is another 9. Kramer quickly checks. Euler's firing away for 50,000. And Kramer immediately calls. Oh man, look at that smile on Euler's face. He knows he got him.
You done found out.
Oh shoot, no he didn't. Kramer got the 9. I didn't even notice that. Oh my god. It's crazy when you're doing 10 things at once. Oh, Kramer smacked it in his face. Never mind. Take that, Tony, he says. And Euler is definitely, definitely can laugh at that. He knows. He knows. Wow. So Kramer, nice run of cards here. Spiking that 9 on the river. Unbelievable. Mike Labachuk will be first to act. He's going to fold over to Bosom with some pocket eights. Bosom will go ahead and bet 21,000. Fold, fold over to Kramer. Yeah, ace queen suited, nice. Love seeing those when you know you're on a tear. Just keep her going. Justin will fold, and Bosom will now have to make a 43K decision. He will.
Probably checking every flop here, but that's not true. I already lied.
Flop comes queen, 6-king. Kramer does hit his queen. And it looks like he bet 100,000, 250,000, which is basically just to put Bosom all in. Kramer exposes his ace. We'll head on over to our Facebook Live chat. Want to say hi to Tyler John. Also want to say hi to Chuck Bergeson and Junior Gons. Welcome everybody to the poker stream. And if Facebook isn't your thing, you can also go to YouTube. And you would know that if you're watching this and you aren't on Facebook, because you'd be watching from YouTube. Bob Baker will make a raise, I believe. 22,000. Kramer's going to fold for once. Austin Christensen picking up pocket kings in the small blind. I know there's big blind specials, and this is a small blind special. I think you would call it that. Mike's going to get out of the way. Mike, 44,000 more to call. He is our one of our big stacks at the table. In fact, might be the chip leader at this table. We'll do a chip count here after this hand. He's going to fold over to Baker, and I do believe that means Austin Christensen is going to go ahead and take the win there, and we'll get our chip counts. Kramer's in the chip lead with 541,000. Mike on top. We're going to see some moves from Becky, John, Mike. Awesome is borderline, but he's definitely not comfortable. We'll put it that way. But with just 44,000, we're going to probably see Becky going all in or nothing until she can get herself a nice size chip stack. All right, Mike Pajari's up. He's going to fold. We'll see John and Bob fold. Same with me. Those two. Mike Labachuk will fold. Bosom just 8K to call with ace-queen suited. In the big blind, we might see, I'm going to guess we're going to see a re-raise. If I were a betting man. So he's going to bring it up to 38,000. Going to put some pressure on Justin here. Maybe last hand, if you had kings, this would be a no-brainer. But pocket threes, you're really hoping for trips, or just that Bosom also doesn't have a pocket pair. Flop comes at 4-6-2. Bosom is first to act. So great flop for Austin. Bosom will still bet. Justin will make the call. And, oh, we do see. All right, there's your turn card. Is an ace. It's gonna be great. We're gonna see check, check. A 5 right there. Bosom is first to act. It's like 50, 30, 45,000, 35,000 at math. We're gonna see a call. Oh man. Do you know why? Because Austin Christensen got us straight. I am so rusty. Man, that is brutal for Bosom. I'm getting real rusty on my poker, what would you call it? Hierarchy of hands, perhaps? Absolutely nasty.
Nope. 5, 10, 10. 30 seconds to go. Yeah, it's the smaller chart is the 1 minute. There's a path. Probably have more chips in there. That's not true. Either he's broke or he has me.
Mike Pajari
Either he's broke or he has
is going to fold, which means Euler's going to scoop home 8 pots. And I do believe the blinds are going up shortly. They just went up. How about that? Blinds are now 5,000, 10,000. The 10,000 big blind ante.
Next time.
We got it. Action on Bob Baker. He's going to fold. Euler will fold. Kramer looking down at King 7. He's going to raise it to 26,000. Get Austin and Mike out of the way. Bosom's going to fold. So will So will Mike. And I believe that does it for Kramer. Nice. Okay. Kind of moving right along here. Again, you're watching DPT Spring Championship. Winner will not be decided tonight. This is a 100K MEGASTACK. 30-minute blind levels. It might even be 40 right now. I gotta get that information up. And we're going to see a new dealer, Randy Bobandy, as they call him. So we'll bag at the completion of level 20, and we'll restart tomorrow, Sunday. That is at noon with 40-minute levels. And we are going to see Becky all in for about 44,000. Kramer under the gun +2. A lot of players behind him. Just gonna fold. Look at that, Austin Christensen, man. Him and Kramer have just picking up hands after hands. Most likely going to be seeing a this hand decided by a coin flip. Bob folds, so deuce, ace, 10. Austin hits an ace. Becky's just got 2 outs left. She's gonna need a 9 and a 9 only. Otherwise it'll send her packing. And it is another 6 on the river. Austin Christensen will knock Becky Halverson out. Take this opportunity to kind of look at the rest of the field as well. There's at least 2 tables there. Look at that mountain of chips Austin has. It's just getting bigger and bigger. Actually, him and Kramer.
I had ace 10 for real. I mean, y'all can watch the stream. It's tough to lie.
Yeah, it's tough to lie when.
I mean, you can. Then you're just gonna get caught. You're gonna get caught. I mean, they'll believe for at least 20 minutes. Ace 6 is probably an easy fold, but ace 10 I thought about. I was like, man, I should probably call her off.
With everybody.
He goes to 100. I'm like, glad I folded. I'm like, oh, look at that flop. That's a fun flop.
Kramer will be first stacked on this hand. He's gonna go ahead and fold. Mike's gonna fold. Bosom's gonna fold. Looks like Mike Pajari will go ahead and fire away for 26,000. Action will be over to Tony Euler. That does it for that hand. Take a peek at the rest of the field over here. This is a better angle. Looks like we are down to 4 tables. With the option, we do have, oh, that looks like a Survivor tournament going on back there. That sounds like fun. If that's your thing, Survivor tournaments, get your butts down here to the Hartle building. This is where you want to be.
He's like, can I tip you now?
Cheer on your poker friends as well.
Like, you can't tip her, but you can throw in the jar. No, I believe you. I believe you. Randy, did you give him this seat? Never mind.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Finish dealing. Oh, well. Should I call for or not?
So Austin is first to act. Austin with a 7 will go ahead and call. Mike Labachuk make his decision here. And Mike just 86,000 in chips. He's gonna call for 10K. That's a
That's 500.
eighth of his stack.
He's got the small stack.
Mike's gonna fold.
Now your time, Bosom. Thought you were gonna rip it there. Close?
That other time.
Yeah.
Did you have the 19, like 2 or 3 hands?
Oh, I had
Oh yeah.
shit. I'm not trying to lie to you, so I'm trying to think what I actually had. Ace 10, ace jack. We'll have to look at the stream.
Action is on Euler. My apologies.
I could be way off.
Would have been a fair fight.
I could be way off. It wasn't a pocket pair, I know that.
Kramer checks his option, so 8-4 king on the flop. We're gonna see check over to Bob with Queen 10, and we'll see a third check. 7 of spades.
It's not helping you a ton.
There, get that mouse out of there.
Oh shit, I'll go back and get
He's like, wait a minute.
5.
We lost seat 4.
Oh yeah, 4 rather.
It's like, I'm 5. Randy, what are you predicting?
We weren't talking
What
about
are you,
we weren't talking about your age.
like, what are you predicting, Randy? That
We'll be seeing a new player
only back
entering the competition, seat 4 next hand.
it's 4, and then also 5's gonna be gone in a little bit, so just
Be Janet Getz of Alexandria. She'll be heading to the table with 134,000 in chips.
seat's warm.
All right, so Justin will raise call the 16,000. Bob's gonna fold. On the river. Kramer River's a 10. Unbelievable. After an Austin River turn of 7, pair of 7s, Kramer has been an absolute river rat today. And the proof is literally in the pudding. And today the pudding is the cards.
I don't hit it. If I do, I'm checking.
While in the big line.
No, if I didn't, exactly what I said. I would bet the river I didn't hit it, but I hit it. So I'm like, oh shit, I have showdown value. I don't have to bet this one.
Hold on, I gave him a bunch.
Yeah,
Actually,
blackjack?
I'll put you on these probably.
Maybe only at a 7.
This is not a, yeah, we'll get to that here soon. Who's going to be first to act? I think it's going to be Mike there.
You had the same line too. You were trying
Yeah.
to knock it out too. 10 to 10?
I was trying to buy it though. You weren't picking up what I was laying down, unfortunately.
Randy wasn't.
Randy knows red. That's why he makes the big bucks.
We'll see some folds from our 7 and 8 and 9 position.
Great. The youngest one. Yeah.
Back over to Euler. Pocket 6s.
Funny part is my mom responds, "Good job, McKenna." And it wasn't McKenna, it was Carson. That's why I was like, but there's a running joke where like I had cancer at some point, and everyone's like, "How's Chasey doing?" So there's a running joke. Everyone's worried about me. So mom goes, "Oh, my bad. Good job, Carson."
Kramer's gonna
"Oh, by the way,
fold.
how's Chasey doing?" So I was like, "Oh, really?" she still took a shot at me.
And Austin checks. So Austin will be first to act. Let's get That back squared up. Flop comes 6 king king. Holy crap. This is a monster. Austin checks immediately. Mike checks. Tony fires away for just 30,000. Actually, a nice small sizing. Might even call this a trap. Austin thinking he's super good. 30K, yeah, sure, I'll call that. No big deal. Mike's gonna get out of the way. So wow, what could be the biggest hand here today? Gonna be hard to get away from any one of these. Turn is a jack of diamonds. Tony, huge sizing. That's going to be about 125,000. I don't know how Austin can get away from this. How could you not? Just flop trips. What does he have? It's really tough to sniff out. Oh, this is gonna just gotta move that hat, and this is gonna be the perfect flop shot. You'll see in a second in a 6. 6 on the river will give Tony an even better hand than what he had before. Quads, yep. That's what you call it, quads. Justin makes the call. Oh my goodness. Tony all in, Justin calls, and now Tony Euler with an absolutely massive double up. It's gonna be 220,000 to boot. Tony Euler in a very quick moment of passion does show some emotion out there, and I would too, knowing you got all of that going. Wow, Tony Euler 795,000 in chips.
He's like, oh, I hit Jin on the river. No.
Austin still just 4th place.
5, 10, 10. Yeah, when you snap like that, I was like, yep. Yeah, I got it.
It was flop full house over trips, and then nothing, and then improved quads over trips. Euler was always in the lead. It was quads over full house. Yeah, wow, I really am rusty at this. Yeah, that's how it all, that's insane. Holy cow. Austin thinking there's no way I could get any worse on this hand, and then Tony flips over 2 6s with 2 6s on the board. Bosom's now all in. John Stage is all in. We might see a couple people knocked out here.
How's the man doing? 8 all in for 38,000.
Tony Euler just counting them out. What do I got, man? A lot of chips, my friend. A lot of chips. Meanwhile, it looks like Mike did make the call. And really, you know, John is definitely hurting now too. King, ace, deuce. Oh yeah, Mike hits his ace. John does hit his king. Really, these two players right here, an 8 on the turn. Awesome, just munching on something there. It looks like a ho-ho. And an ace on the river gives Mike Labachuk the check mark, and in one fell swoop, eliminates 2 players. Dang. Bosom still as cool as a cucumber.
I'm glad you didn't have more chips than me.
Wow. This is for the first time in DPT history, controlling 2 cameras at once.
He has more chips. You're going to lose whatever he has.
There's the rest of our field. We are down to 4 tables. And we got them both. Look at that. Amazing stuff.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Amazing.
Yeah, there's nothing. Still got fucking. What'd you end up getting? I don't know, 200,000.
You had 220 there for the last game. So I don't remember what you guys put in before that.
When you called on the flop, I was pretty sure you had a king, and I'm like, okay, let's.
Yeah, just resetting them cameras, baby.
I thought you had less than that.
You just kept betting. I was like, well, I got a king. I'll let him run the both hits there, so you're probably
That
splitting.
hand's just
That's what I figured. I figured you're like trying to get me out to
That hand's
split.
just stupid.
It is. It was.
Like, I get it. He's beat the whole way, but like at the river, he's like
Twofold. No, it's a
he's probably never folding, but
It's a
he
massive.
certainly can't fold.
It'd be a
at the river.
hero fold.
Fourfold. If you made that fold, that would yeah. 24. Sorry, man. 5-bet 24,000.
Kramer, I'll get you in a frame there, I think. Here, we'll switch you back over to camera 2. How about that? Get you over there. See, folds around.
Stacks battling. 24,000.
And a call from Mike Pajari.
Little big stacks.
Flop comes queen, ace, 9. Kramer pairs his ace. We'll see a quick check. Turn is a 5. Kramer gets the check mark. Mike's gonna bet. Kramer's gonna insta-call. Chips just being thrown all over this table.
Oh, God damn it.
And a queen. Mike bets. Kramer is just no hesitation. I am calling. Not afraid of the 2 queens out there. Kramer shows the ace. He takes the check mark. Kramer up to 723,000. Jeez. Him and Tony now are just huge chip stacks.
He's beat blues, right?
Something tells me Mike is plotting revenge at this point. That's what that face looks like.
The sooner you figure out I'm not smart enough to fold, the better off you're gonna be. Use the button. Calm down. At least use a couple of your hands. Comes fast. Really? Jesus Christ, this is a fucking date.
So just got word from Jared. We are going to be done tonight by 11 p.m. or when we get down to 2 tables. Come back tomorrow at noon, and we will restart the stream at that point so you can see the final 2 tables. Janet Getz, first look at her, I think. No, I think I announced her already. She's got a dwindling stack at this point, or a dwarf stack compared to others at this table.
9 calls, 10,000.
I think Mike makes the call. Three players to a flop. Queen 4-9. Bob pairs his queens. Mike's gonna check. Bob's gonna bet 20K. And everyone's going to fold.
It'll be fun, they said.
Janet's going to start off with her pocket fours. She's going to go ahead and fold. Over to Kramer. He's reaching for chips. He's going to bet 26,000. Austin will fold. Mike will fold. And Mike will also fold.
Two calls, 26.
Bob's going to make the call for 21,000 and Tony just 16,000 more. Jack 10 offsuit.
3 calls, 26. 3 play.
Flop comes 6, 8, 8. Euler's going to check. Kramer reaching for chips. He's going to fire away for 32,000. Bob contemplating a call here, and why wouldn't you when you got trip eights? 105,000. Make it real expensive for Kramer. Kramer with the open end straight flush draw. Yeah, you're gonna have to make the call, bud. Actually, looks like a 3-bet to 275,000. That's gonna put them all in. Bob makes the call. He's got trip eights versus a potential straight flush. You definitely have to make that call. King on the turn. King of spades. Bob does not want to see a diamond in the variety of a 5 or a 10 or any diamond. And Kramer will get the straight though. So many outs. He did have so many outs.
They're at the diamond draw, so like, oh, welcome. Anyone can come in.
Yeah. Yeah, no explanation needed. Very unfortunate situation for Bob. However, I do understand how frustrating that might be, though. You finally get into a hand, you flopped trips, but the other guy has a straight flush draw with tons of outs. Yeah, that's got to be pretty frustrating.
Shot. Player down.
I thought you'd give me on the turn, but
How about 7?
I'll wait
Good
for
at
it.
the end.
So I think we're definitely going to need some new players at this table. We are dwindling fast. We're 3 seats open.
No. It is his button.
You be big blind this time? I was in the big blind last time.
Yeah.
So it'll be a dead
Oh,
button.
yeah. Dead button over here.
You know if you're a big blind because you don't want to.
And it looks like we are going to be getting some much needed players. All right, we're pulling a player. That's what's happening. How about that? Not from the game. He's just transferring over to table 1. we're gonna be getting another player soon.
Come here, lean into this.
It's a fair request.
I fold.
Kramer's gonna fold.
Julie, how you doing, girl? You bring the baggage with you?
Action is on Euler
That's tough to do.
in the small blind. Because Mike Pajari called. That's why.
Stop trying to bluff the calling station.
Flop comes 10-8-10. Man, there just has been no shortage of action here on our feature table. Again, once we get down to 2 tables, or it is 11 p.m., we will stop the stream. That'll be it for us today. Come back again tomorrow at noon, kick off the tournament or finish it off. And poker's not over for you this weekend. Tomorrow, don't forget, is our Sunday Black Chip Bounty Tournament. Very exciting day for you. I want to say that's going to be a $200 plus dealer appreciation buy-in, 20-minute blinds. It starts tomorrow at 1 p.m. Option for the 100K add-on, or $100 add-on for 20K in chips. Every person you eliminate, you will get a $100. Oh, sorry. You get $100 for every player you eliminate. Yeah, it's crazy. If you like knocking players out, that would be your time to shine.
Just drop that anywhere.
So Black Chip Bounty event tomorrow. That's going to round off all the tournaments here this weekend. Mike's going to bet 40,000.
That's where you chose to take a stand?
Mike will fold over to Tony.
Haven't looked yet, so I wish you luck so far.
And Janet Getz picks up pocket aces. And this is the time she's going to go all in. I don't see why not for about 104,000. Aces in this situation's really good because oftentimes you look like you're pretty desperate and you'd go all in with the first 2 good cards you have. Janet absolutely licking her chops at Mike making the call.
I had a 9. I don't know if that matters. I had a 9.
Flop comes 7, Jack, 6. Turn is an 8. That does it for Janet. She does get the check mark. She's going to be happy. And a 2 on the river. Just what we suspected. Absolutely nothing changed.
I did contribute 20,000.
We're going to have 3 players joining. That might mean that we are breaking a table.
I didn't lose on the aces either.
Wait, I had 10 now.
Did we?
Give me a quick play, Randy.
Says 8 minutes break. Hey, we gonna break or what?
Yeah, everyone's standing up. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, I'm here.
Still thank you.
Do you want anything to drink while I get up there? Or do you want me to get up and get some?
I'll take a bottle of whiskey. Okay, kind of frown on that.
Oh, folks, we're on a 10-minute break. We're going to be right back after that. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll see some more poker action here from the West Fargo Fairgrounds. And it does look like, welcome back everybody. It looks like we have a couple new players at the table. Seat 1 is going to be Eric Hansen, and seat 2 will be Carl Wallen.
Only guy in the whole room like this. Don't bring Eric over. Hi.
How about that? Eric Hansen was 749,000 in chips. Carl Wallen, 369. And
Hour and a half and supporting you.
Edgar Leva, 564,000. So Mike Levichuk, just 67,000 on the table. He's going to need to make some moves here if he wants to stay alive in this tournament. And joining me today, right now, Cody Slusher. How's it going, my friend? Oh, let's get your mic on. There we are.
Hey, Brian. Going pretty good.
Yeah? How'd you didn't play today?
No, I had some family stuff going on tomorrow, so kind of just dealing and hanging out and visiting with the crew. So
Nice, nice. Yeah, we'd love to have you out here, and Mike Levichuk's going to be all in.
Oh no.
There we are. We'll see some folds around, see if anyone wants to take a bite at knocking Mike Levichuk out. Kramer's been catching hand after hand out here, Cody.
oh, no surprising there. Kramer ain't afraid to get it going and shake it up a little bit there with the guys. So
Yeah, and it's been quite nasty, but looks like Mike Levichuk will scoop in some blinds and antes, much needed blinds, especially now knowing he is in the big blind.
yeah,
A lot of good faces out here in the crowd, isn't there?
yeah, a lot of solid players here coming down to the end here as we look to kind of wrap up day number 1 here.
Yeah, because we're down to, I think, 3 tables.
3 tables here. We just came back from break, and about 27-ish players remaining. And
Drunk on a cruise ship. I'm like, I want some more money.
So, once we get down to 2 tables, our stream is going to conclude, and we'll come back tomorrow at noon, and we will see the conclusion of this tournament. On break, chatted with Kramer, said hello, and yes, he did have to point out that his head is got quite the shine to it. It is nearly distracting, we'll call it. See, folds around.
I think Eric's just going to take this one down here.
Yeah, nothing good out there for players to call with.
I'm glad I don't have grandkids. My kids are young enough, and I'm glad I don't have grandkids.
Oh, I know. My oldest sister's got that.
We do have a player with over $1 million in chips in the field, Lucas Ambule. He's got about 1.4 mil. Tony Ehlers, second place. And no, he's not. He's in 3rd place with 800K, and then in seat 1, right there, Eric Hansen from Lisbon, 849,000 in chips. So we got our 2 of the 3 chip leaders on this feature table. It's not very hard when there's only 3 tables out there.
That'll happen. Yeah, Eric Hansen, super deep crusher here in the last couple of years. Run deep in some large tournaments, coming away with some couple second places, I believe, up in Devil's Lake, and these deep stack tournaments really fit his play style.
So what's the difference in play from a normal like $100-some buy-in with add-ons versus a deep stack?
Like the monster stack we have here today just allows players a lot more with the patience factor, being able to pick premium hands, pick their spots that they want to play, be able to play a little bit more poker later on in the tournament versus having to get into a shove fest and, you know, you just get down to 10 bigs and you're kind of looking for a spot to double up, and then in 5-10 minutes you're probably going to have to do it again.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Okay.
I hit so many rivers, it's just hard to remember.
See a bet from Eric Hansen, and everyone else is going to fold. You know, the first time I noticed Edgar was at the Valley City Eagle Showdown earlier this year, a tournament that we didn't live stream at, but noticed Edgar is very, he's intentional with his movements, and he's very analytical as a player. You played against Edgar very much?
I have not. I recognize him, but I can't say I've sat at a table with him for any period of time.
Well, that's my analysis of Edgar thus far. Quiet player. On the table. But I'll definitely, he'll crack some smiles out there. He's very present in the moment in order to make those best calls in his head.
I would say at this table, Eric, Carl, Tony, Kramer, played with those guys pretty extensively. But they can shake things up too, which keeps things interesting, keeps the game fun.
Who Janet gets, picks up queens, 238,000. Gonna fold around. Does Janet have any biters? Perhaps Carl. Carl will get a count here. See how much of his chip stack he would be committing to this pot.
Is it even fair you're here? It's not even fair that you're here. You're too good. How you been, brother? Good to see you. I don't like to see us table, but
Carl's sitting in the think tank on this one. It's definitely enough of Carl's chip stack to take a step back and be like, whoa, this isn't just a short stack shoving in. This is someone who's got a dangerous amount putting all their chips in the middle that would severely cripple me should I lose this hand.
And Carl makes a lay down here, and you know, being the third dog, I think that's a good move. I think Janet's going to play relatively tight moving forward, and Carl's kind of loosey-goosey, but I think he kind of knows he's probably behind there. I like that lay down there.
Yeah, ace-jack, good starting hand, but is it the time? With no other real information other than someone shoving with 238,000, they're going to have a strong hand.
Fold. Euler's probably coming along here.
Euler with the pocket nines. See, Edgar very well might fold here, but nope, he's on the button. He's going to think 27,000 is enough for him. He's got the chips to see a flop. Dirk's going to call for 15,000 more. we have a flop out? Oh, Eric Hansen 3-bets to 127,000. How did I not see that? That's a cool little play there by Eric.
Yeah, power aggression, deep stack play. I like, you know, that's how he plays.
Eric Hansen on the Hendon mob.
I would say he's.
Oh, he's got to be. Yeah, from Lisbon. Lisbon is 76 all time on the North Dakota money list.
Yeah, I believe Eric Hansen's also a North Dakota state champ. We went to the Minot tournament. He took that down, but I don't know if we're going to see it on his Hendon mob here. You know,
Fair enough.
He's been playing for quite a few years.
Yeah, she had it figured out. That's funny. Mistakes for me.
I believe Mike called. So we'll see a check from Eric, check from Carl, and Mike notorious for not putting his chips in the box has done so again. We'll see a bet and a fold, so no action. Eric pulls in another pot. What do you think, Cody? Someone from this table is going to be the winner of the tournament this weekend?
You know, I would say confidently at the final table. I would put Eric Hansen, Kramer at the final table. I bet Tony Euler also finds a way to get there. I guess if I had to take some horses in the tournament right now, those guys would be who I would pick from this table anyway. I don't know who's still sitting at the other tables off the top of my head.
I think there's a Joel Clipping still out there, unless he was playing in a Survivor tournament.
No, he was in the Survivor. He was on the rail.
Oh, they're on break right now. 14, but they're on break. Or we're on break.
I think Tony's feeling pretty good today. He's pretty dialed in. I don't think he's been making a whole lot of mistakes today. I think he got ran down a couple times by Kramer, he said, but no, I think he's feeling pretty good. So when he's feeling on, he's kind of a hard guy to get under his skin and or get him to donk off his chips.
So we go 4 ways to a flop
So it's going to be a $300 tournament.
with some less than stellar hands. Flop comes to ace, deuce, 5.
Managed to lose the max. I thought I was in for the fucking
Kind of missed everybody here but Eric, but I bet Eric will still make a bet on this, I think.
And grumpier. Is that why you're here?
Yep, that's exactly why I'm here.
So Pajari makes the bet for 12K. Eric just calls.
I was in overuse.
Sure.
Some days I miss
Some
it.
days, yeah.
I don't miss the night shifts and the week gatherings.
Turn is a jack.
Yeah, I suppose I won't be playing as much here once we get
First aggressor.
Unless you run a different path than I have.
First aggressor will take the pot. Probably lucky. This last week and a half has been absolutely gorgeous weather, and then today, the day or this weekend, the temperature drops, and then it basically keeps people from going to the lakes or going out of town or being outside, and they're like, yeah, we'll go play some poker. Definitely helped, I'd say.
Bad weather or cool weather is always good for the prize pool. Keep some farmers out of the fields for a little bit, and you know, come play some cards and good company, and
Big plastic, so it makes that sound. It's heavier with
possibly make some money out of the weekend.
Kramer first act. Raised to 31,000. Mike and Edgar fold. Mike Pajari with a respectable chip stack. He's been holding on to that and maintaining fairly well. See a call from Eric Hansen.
Eric, flat size don't roll into this one.
one call, 31K.
Euler folds King Queen. And Janet will play King Jack. Flop comes deuce 6-8. We'll see Janet check. Oh, sorry, Kramer would be next to act. I think he checked. Jason bet 35, Eric calls 35 at 3 on the turn. Kramer checks, Eric will bet 65,000. And he'll make the call. And I think that's a blind or check in the dark. 10 on the river. I think check.
And
Yeah, so it's just Jason Kramer's going to take down a pot with just ace high. You think if Eric bets there, Kramer folds?
I don't know. I think Kramer kind of had his number there. I think maybe he was trying to just get him off the pot. And, you know, I like the check back. They didn't really bloat it, but I think they both kind of caught each other there. The board was not very advantageous for either one of them or their, you know, respective ranges, but they could have smoked either one of those the way they play. You know, sometimes ace is just good there.
Trying to wait till we get to the final table for me tango, but he's not going to let me wait that long. He didn't want me to wait that long. That's fair. You know, we're already here. That's fair. You know what? I like your attitude. I told the guy last night, I said, we're both going to bag a whole bunch of chips, and then you come up early tomorrow, I'll cook you breakfast on the Blackstone.
Action over to Mike.
Where are you staying? If you do,
He's going to make the call.
if you bag a bunch of chips,
Blinds are up to 6, 12, 12.
you come over, I'll make you breakfast on the new griddle.
Eric Hansen, I believe,
They're not up yet.
50,000.
Got one, and so far I love it.
Anybody want to hold their hot dog for us?
Eric, you know what's my big one?
The raise is to 50,000.
Just want to make sure you
See folds. Kramer's going to fold.
No, seriously, if you stay up, let me know.
I think we're probably just getting folds around here.
A griddle. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm going to have to run to the grocery store and get some supplies.
Well, Mike says, I don't think you have too good of a hand. I'm going to call.
Yeah, no, that's where the problem is. You're welcome, Randy, if it happens.
9 call, 52.
Where?
Flop comes 4, 3, ace.
Cloverdale has a good bacon. They do, it's basically
Bet. 21,000. And a raise to, what is that going to be, 71,000. And a quick fold from Mike Pajari. Dang, Eric Hansen, welcome to the table. He's feeling good. You know, sometimes you get moved, you get settled into a table, you like the flow, you like how you're interacting with the other players. Think you got a good handle on them, and then all of a sudden you move to a new table, and you got to refigure out the climate of that table. But just been going. Eric's just been pushing right away. It doesn't seem like his game plan has changed. I would assume not.
No, he's not a guy that you're going to get to feel a whole lot of pressure. I think he's pretty experienced, and he transitions well, table to table, tournament to tournament. He doesn't really back down from any players. You know, he plays his game, and he plays it aggressive, and you know, some of the newer guys, they different dynamics, don't know how people play, still learning the game. You know, there's a bit of a learning curve, but you know, years of experience underneath your belt, you know, pay dividends down the road. And Tony wakes up with a decent hand in position. Raises to 50. Janet folds.
How did Kramer know? The camera was on him right there. Kramer waved directly into the camera. Oh, Austin's in there too, huh?
I was like, you know what? I love him so much. Here's an extra 6. Wait, can I still call? No. A little late. It's probably too late. Wait. After your yellows, then you can pick 2. Okay.
Actions on Eric on the button. Or not quite on the button.
Wait a second. Did Mike just fold?
Don't mind if I take my change, right?
Yeah, he folded. Everyone folded to
Folds around to Tony.
Tony's raise to 50,000. Okay. Oh, dang. Kramer's up over 1.1 mil.
I blame Eric. He's been drinking too much. Also blame yourself.
There's your chip count there. Man, Austin Christensen once had a absolutely huge chip stack. Now just down to 188. Kramer clawing his way up to 1.1 million in chips. Edgar will raise to 26,000.
Action round to Janet. Make the call.
Janet calls. So it'll be Edgar and Janet.
We just ran into each other just randomly that day. Yeah.
Edgar will bet 26,000.
It was October 20. It was October 28th.
I'd bet Janet makes the call here.
So I don't know. Oh, is that all? We don't go too often, but every once in a while. Me and the wife, and then my buddy Josh and his wife will go down. You know, torch a couple $100. We have fun. We haven't either, so I just don't spend a lot. I'm like, screw it. Yeah. I'm like, we'll go down.
Heading to a turn.
There's 4 of us, so we'll just each throw 20 in the slot machine, and we just like group play. Yeah.
Edgar will bet 75,000. Janet will fold. The 4 on the turn.
$20 each, ran up to 400, cashed out, went to bed. got, I think we're in for 60 each. Run that up to 500, cash out. So we had some losses here and there, but we're only doing like min bet plus one. We ran it up and just cashed out. He's like, dude, that's the best trip ever because he usually bets like more. Yeah. He's like, no, I'm glad you're with me because I will.
We can take a quick peek at the field, and it is dwindling down. We have just 3 total tables remaining. Who do we see out there? I see a Brad Pausch. Is that Mike Estes?
Mike Estes, Brad Pausch, Mike Columbus.
Recognize a few other faces out there.
Hard to see way down there.
Yeah. Oh, you're stuck 400? You win.
Action back on the feature table.
We got lucky. So we went for March Madness for the basketball.
Kramer folds.
Austin makes a lay down.
This is all in or nothing for Mike Leibachuk.
Ace Jack, it's go time, and he's going to get a snap call there from Carl, not much more.
And he's going to ask how much. Knowing Mike's kind of between a rock and a hard place, but Mike does have a good hand. However, Carl has just an ever so slightly better hand.
Just out-pipped and suited. Makes it kind of a tough road to hoe. Here, I'm going to be looking for a jack.
What'd you bet on? Okay. It's not a bad bet. We had a survivor.
Flop comes 6, ace, 4.
I'm looking for one of the 2 jacks left in the deck. Again,
And
looking.
Mike's going to need a jack and a jack only. And that is a jack. Mike
Spikes it
Leibachuk.
on the river.
Wow.
Chip a chair and a prayer.
Guess who is not so pleased with that?
Carl getting sucked out on there, definitely disappointed.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Tough
But-
pill to swallow.
I mean, he voluntarily put in a raise there to 30. It only cost him 12,000 more in chips. That's going to happen.
Yeah, look on the bright side. You're upping your VPIP. You're padding your stats there, Carl. That's one stat that Jared absolutely loves is the VPIP. Voluntarily putting chips in pot. So if you don't know, that's what VPIP means. I learned that a few months ago, a few streams ago, we'll say. Action on Carl. He's gonna make the call.
Tony's going to fold. Janet's going to fold.
Sounds like blinds are gonna be going up pretty soon.
Kramer folds. Christian folds. Mike waking up with king, queen suited.
Blinds will be up after this hand, 8, 16, 16.
We got an all in.
Mike Leibachuk once again putting all his chips in the middle.
Do not know what Mike has.
Question is, does Carl want to, I mean, suited connectors, good to play from time to time. Is it the hand to knock someone out?
I would say definitely not.
Technically, any two cards can win. And he's going to fold. Yeah, I think that was more just a little frustration still from the last hand.
Yeah, little frustrating. I mean, he's still got 250. I mean, he's 2 double ups away. You go 250, 500, 5 to a mil. You know, anything can change at this stage. And you got the guys at the table in order to chip you up too. It's a, you know, find your spot, pick your spot, and it'll come. Eight, 16, 16 is where the blinds get. It's getting expensive. It never gets cheaper.
Wouldn't that be something if they somehow structured a poker tournament where the blinds got cheaper?
Oh, man. Those would be for the diehards, eternity poker.
But after each blind level, you remove X amount of chips from each player. Yeah. That would be something. We can chip down. In the words of that one kid who played that one character on Angels in the Outfield, it could happen. It's definitely Angels in the Outfield. All right, you can comment on Facebook or YouTube if that was either from Rounders, where the little kid says it could happen, or from Angels in the Outfield. I don't know. I wish I knew how to put polls up on the fly while also running cameras and commenting on play. That would be something
Eric
else.
applying pressure here. Carl making a shove all in.
Yeah, that's a real nice shove for Carl. Great
Yeah.
spot, and I mean, he doesn't know it, but that's a great hand to shove against with the pocket threes, not the strongest. We're gonna get a count. Is that a call? All
It
in
is.
a call?
I mean, Eric raised a little over 200,000, effectively putting him all in.
New dealer here, Max.
Carl doesn't know it, but a few aces have left the deck.
7, and that's...
And Eric Hansen takes
Carl
down a
comes from
nice-
behind, counterfeits him.
Oh, jeez. 4s, 7s with an ace, takes the pot. He gets a suck out of his own.
Oh
Look
my
at
gosh.
that smile.
He's like, but Eric, you have 3 pair. Wow. Yeah, your time is not done now, sir. You were staying right there.
Well, Ace King versus. Sometimes Hot Carl does Hot Carl things.
I just asked, who did Hot Carl? Yeah.
Damn.
Wow.
I mean, he was down and out and hits a 7 on the river. 2 pair, counterfeits Eric. It's a stinger, but, you know,
You felt it coming though.
that's poker.
You said it. I'm like, don't say it. I'm like, oh, there it is. Big blind call. Yeah. Before, yeah.
So Carl stays alive, just having the giggle fits right now.
Best hands on. On the river.
Whoop. Janet, you're still up. And Janet is shoving all in. Probably see some quick folds and perhaps a call. You never know. Kramer folds over to Mike. It is now up to Edgar. Will he call? No. Will Mike Pajari call?
Probably not.
A year and a half ago, in June, where you had the straight on the flop. I had that, and then he got
Remember cards from that many, from that long ago.
Maybe if his ace kicker was better, but the low end of the range, Janet's going to be playing at the higher end of her range. And she'll be happy to pick up the blinds and finance another orbit.
Two maybe, not five.
A couple more shout outs from the Facebook stream. Paul Emerson cheering for Kramer. Marnie Pajari. I would assume cheering for Mike Pajari. Although it is a common last name, I wouldn't be surprised if she was just happened to have the same last name. What would the odds be, huh?
Pretty low, Brian.
Pretty low, yeah, that's what I would say so too. Dennis Sieb in the house. And was also in the house earlier. Justin picking up pocket nines. Oh my, he's shoving. He's just shoving.
182-ish behind.
Mike folds. So does Edgar. I think Pajari folds. Looks like Eric walked away. He folds. Oh. Mike just gets a count. Mike sizing up a call here. Or just making Austin sweat.
I was singing my song, Johnny Cash, wrote one piece at a time.
That's some folding behavior right there. He'll fold, and now what does Euler have? Nothing. Oh boy.
Kramer thinking here.
It's at 87.
I think Kramer's going to
Kramer's
find a
just gonna
fold here,
think.
but he's
He's
got a
just
lot
gonna-
of chips to make the call.
I mean, you give Austin chips, and he's been pretty scary out there. He did lose at least a big hand, and I'm pretty sure that was him getting rivered. So he's definitely making the right plays. How does he freaking know? Kramer with a kiss and a wink will just, wow.
It's like he knew what we were saying back here.
He taught me I didn't learn all the time.
Unbelievable. That's Kramer for you. It's got that whispering eye, the third eye.
Telekinesis at its best.
I'm just thriving, right? Well, I mean,
It's like he knew we were talking back here, wondering why he hadn't folded it in yet.
okay. should.
Legs have walked many miles. Man.
Not to be an asshole, but she should have, Arthur.
So we'll look at the field, get down there in chips. Or down there in players, rather. Edgar folds.
I mean, what's the matter? Let's go slow in this roll just to see.
Eric in position, Queen 9. He's probably going to put some chips in pot.
That's what you were thinking, huh?
Well, if I give him 100, like,
Eric raises to 45,000.
Tony with Jack 6 going to make a full.
Now Janet gets what you gonna do.
Is she going to defend here or not?
She
Decides
does
to
not. She will fold. Oh, jeez. Another shout out to my uncle Peter
the tail of the red-headed stranger.
and Aunt John Marie Wagner, always tuning in on the live streams. Certainly appreciate it.
If I never knew a red-headed stranger, it's
Larry Glasgow, Kramerica Industries Inc. I think that would be just cheering for Kramer.
I would assume so.
Be a safe assumption.
Kramerica. You know, are we going to call? Are we going to raise here? What are we doing? Gonna raise to 100 for Austin.
Oh my. So Austin will raise to 100K.
I think he's just going to walk away with this one. Ooh, Janet.
Oh, no, no, no.
Woke up with aces.
Kramer's going to fold.
Bad day for Austin because I think he's going to end up making that call there.
He does make the call. Wow.
And Janet's going to get a double up.
Nice. Good for Janet. Big double up. It is at Austin's expense, which not good for him.
He's going to have he's going to have some chips in a chair left, but that's going to be about it. He's got about 40, 60, 80, 85-ish behind. I can't see how many blues he's Austin.
I think he's got about 69,000. We have the Vegas Golden Knights tuning in. Yeah, look. That's what the logo is. And they just say on YouTube, I am watching on YouTube. Yeah, so shout out to the Vegas Golden Knights, I guess.
yeah, right. You can't do that again.
Marie Tiller, shout out to you. I'm not sure how big of a mistake we've made. It is Austin. Not Justin. Maybe that changed. I don't know.
I know. You like orange juice. I mean, look.
Carl Wallen waking up with pocket kings. How did he get 500,000? Oh yeah, he doubled up.
We getting drinks yet? What's the deal?
Janet
Oh,
folds.
sorry. Kramer folds. Austin is most likely going to, well, he's in the big blind. Kind of has to just shove. There is no other option.
He's got it. There's a lot of money in the pot there. The cards are probably live. I mean, that's what he's probably thinking here.
Definitely want a triple up as opposed to a double up. Edgar's gonna fold. So flop comes, oh, we can't see it, but I did see an 8 out there.
Give you a lot of chances.
Looks like Carl took the hand down.
Yeah, this is the bad angle because it's got a really bad glare, but Carl does have kings. And that is going to essentially mean that Austin Christensen is knocked out of the tournament. His hopes and dreams of winning that top prize, I think it's $7,700. Yeah, $7,700 up top is what we're playing for. Don't forget other things that are going on here are bounty tournament, or not bounty tournament. Tomorrow is a bounty tournament, but we do have some survivor tournaments going on right now. If you want to come and play some poker and scratch that itch. Also, we do have some raffle tickets for sale through West Fargo Rural Fire Department. They are $20 a piece, and you could win a $12,000 poker package if chosen as the winner. We still do need some of those tickets sold. I think it's less than 200. So if you'd like to get your hands on one of those tickets, come on down to the Hartle building, West Fargo in West Fargo, and come get some tickets. Kramer called. It's on.
No. My girlfriend would take them from she was a physical therapy assistant, take the needles and practice on me at home. Oh. My traps were really tight, and so she'd squeeze in there and find the trigger point, and then stick a needle like this long.
The needle's long, but it only goes in about, it only feels like it goes in maybe that much. But no,
Yeah, it's just going to be between Mike and Mike. Mike and Mike. Mike and Ike. Mike Leibachuk's going to shove all in here. Mike Pajari does, though, have a flush draw.
We got top pair, flush draw. And he makes the call.
I got a hold of him.
7 on the turn, and Mike Leibachuk is eliminated.
God, river to the straight.
Ah, that is a what Mariah Carey would call a heartbreaker. Yes, we have seen a ton of rivers, and like either boat over boat, and then quads. It was boat against trips, and then a boat against quads, all in the same hand. It was absolutely insane. But yeah, we've seen basically no shortage of action here.
You know, based on these numbers, we're playing down to the final two tables. It looks like we're going to have to lose another 2 to 3 players left in the field, and we will resume play tomorrow.
Tables there?
21.
You sure? Is that third one?
21 in.
Does look like Mike raised. Action is on Kramer.
I mean, well, no.
Get off now.
I'm looking, no.
What are we going to do? I think it's like Kramer's grabbing raising chips.
Wow. Quasi Quamo, that's what they call him.
There seem to be a series of incidents with you. I've played with you enough. You kind of create your own incidents.
Let's go.
I'm afraid of it.
I'm not folding and jamming.
Very rarely I can find a reason to get mad at anybody.
And Mike makes a lay down.
I was like, are we doing this? Let's do this if you want to, but
Oh, that would have been nasty if I called it.
I've been okay with it. It's fine. It's fine. I got my chips in where I want them.
Definitely want to thank all of the dealers that have come out to play or not to play.
Eric's like, who's this guy? He's playing like
There
four
was one
hands.
hand when we were down to M6, and I was under the gun. I opened and you jammed.
But yeah, thank you to all the dealers that came out to deal for our players, such as yourself, Cody. You're one of them.
Yeah, definitely much more of a player, but I do enjoy dealing. I do enjoy being around the sport and visiting with people and friends. And thank you guys for having me out.
Yeah, absolutely. Kramer reaching for them raising trips.
Bingo.
Unsuspecting. He bets, I jam, he calls. Oh, sick.
We'll see a call from Pajari.
Looks like they're going at it in another hand here.
Oh, it's going to be Mike first, actually.
Of course, I've done stuff like that and then drawn dead too. So.
Worse, yeah.
It's like this game you can't do a woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Bet about 40,000 it looks like. Kramer's grabbing raisin chips. 115,000.
Wow. Aggressive.
Oh, are we going to see a 3-bet here?
Oh, and he folds. Wow.
Did Kramer show his hand there?
I think he did, yeah.
Nice bet,
Yeah,
Kramer.
king set.
Nice show.
Yeah. And that's what pisses you off the most. Kramer will show his hands, and he'll let you know he totally got you. And then, huh? He's playing for keeps right now. That's what he's doing.
Listen, man. It ain't no fun when the rabbit's got the gun, right, Eric? Am I wrong, Eric? You ever had any fun when the rabbit had the gun? I know a guy.
Normally later at night.
Oh, it's Eric's blind. Jesus, this is almost an insta.
Nothing wrong with the wall.
Listen, You wouldn't believe what I folded to you, Eric, because I want no part of your Buffalo News. Listen, I'll pick a fight that I think I can win. I ain't trying to knife in an alley. Can't be scared to die.
55 more.
7 deuce. Show the 7 deuce.
Eric, I open folded. Eric. Yeah, open folded ace-8 to you. No intention of getting any sort of.
Well, we're doing it. We're doing it.
No, we will. Trust me, it'll happen. I just wasn't ready. I don't have to do that yet. I don't have to tinkle yet. It's good bet.
Yeah.
He's been crushing me all day. I had to give him a little bit.
You know, everybody's sitting here right now, very healthy. Lowest chip stack, got 20 big blinds, still super healthy in this tournament.
No need to push real hard.
No need to shove. No reason to get punty here. Find your positions. Try to make the end of the night here, I think, and you know, come back well rested for day 2.
At the very least. Now I got. Oh shit! Now I got. Marty is watching.
Yeah, especially knowing, you know, there may not be many players left to bust, or there may not be players with as many chips as we do have at this table. So it's kind of like ride it out, be super selective about where you get it in,
Pajari.
and no need to push on anything.
I'm cheering for my son Mike. So your mom must be Barney?
Yep.
Okay. Could probably say Kramer now. Pajari repping.
Where are we at? 6-4.
I said repping.
My mom texted him, helping like Kramer do that.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Not that text.
I think Eric makes a bet here, and Carl find a way to walk away from it.
There we go. Larry Glasgow says America Industries Incorporated. I didn't even know I incorporated myself. That's interesting. Does DPT go to Bismarck? Tyler John says young Max in the wild.
I didn't have spades. I had a pair.
It's true. He's out in the wild.
You're good at the turn.
And whatever happens first, we go down to 2 tables. Oh, I see Curtis Bonoki out there. That's a good household name.
Maybe if I barrel when that spade counts, but
But whether we get down to 2 tables first or it is 11 p.m., that is when we are going to end the stream. And it's just going to be, then we'll restart tomorrow at noon. So once again, $7,700 on the line up top.
Brian, you mentioned that black chip bounty tomorrow tournament. What time's that starting tomorrow?
I believe that is 1 p.m.
What's the buy-in on that for people that may be interested?
$200, and then you can get an add-on for another $100. Can't remember what chip stacks you start with, but it's going to be, I believe, 20-minute blind levels, and for every person you knock out, you get $100. That's pretty good. So if you like knocking people out of tournaments, come on out to the Black Chip Bounty event tomorrow, 1 p.m. Come early so you can even watch the final 2 tables.
We'll be here, West Fargo Fairgrounds, the Hartle Building, Fargo, North Dakota.
Oh man, how many times have we seen Carl and Eric battling? It feels like every hand. Eric Hansen shoved all in. Carl just has to fold.
I had an ace. I had you out kicked by 1.
action over here on Facebook.
Lady, you're coming with me. I gotta balance out tables. My apologies. Kramer, you're now big blind. What is big blind? Is that it? I don't know what it is. I'm asking.
You somewhere, are you? That's some bullshit.
Yeah, she's gotta go with me to balance out tables.
Oh, looks like we got people moving.
I don't like me either, man.
Good luck, girl.
We're moving.
Let her get her purse.
Not knocked out,
Balancing out the players at
But-
the tables.
Janet will be removed from the table for good behavior. Janet surviving, and not just surviving, but doing very well
No, less than that.
on this feature table.
No, 6, 8, like 18. Or no.
No, we don't use power strips here. We do not
I'm
ship
confused
heavies.
now. After I thought about it, Dana, what are the tables at?
777.
No, we have 6.
All right, so we have exactly 21 players remaining.
You told me you only had one seat open.
Tables are balanced out to 7, 7, and 7.
I think that's incorrect. I think that's what they're discussing currently.
Oh, maybe it's, yeah.
So I think 6, 6, and 7. So I think we're at, 20. We got 2 more players to go.
Thank you. Thanks.
All right, now that we're all caught up on where everything is,
If they move someone,
Euler will fold.
if they move someone, we're at 6. That means we're at 18, which means we're at 2 tables. It's all good. I was just like, my brain was even sharp enough. Like, wait.
Yeah, well, you know, I was there going, wait a second.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I'm already in there.
Oh yeah, there's Mike Columbus.
I'm unplugged. Can I unplug it?
Is that Brandon Schmidt out there still? No, that's
Want to make sure you knew what I was doing.
Looks like Sean Fagerwick still out there playing. Table 2.
No, it was funny because I already had something plugged in there, so I'm like, can I at least unplug my charger then? If you're gonna yell at me, can I get my charger that I already plugged in there?
Eric and Carl Tony all fold. Head on over to Edgar. Looks like he's going to make the call, and the blinds have gone up to 10,000, 20,000 with the 20,000 big blind ante.
Ooh, we might get some action here.
And it is possible to free roll your way essentially into DPT tournaments. Oftentimes at pretty much every tournament, there will be some seats to be won at your local Free Poker Network poker night. Well, as you can check out freepokernetwork.com and click on locations to see if there is any participating locations near you. Free Poker Network is a free-to-play live or online poker league.
Eric, we done drinking? Is that
Who won there, Cody? Was it Chop?
Split pot, yep.
Did you get a new one?
I'm like magic.
Does this do anything? Eric, it doesn't feel like it's working. Hey. She probably hates this. I realized I did this. I'm like, she's gonna murder me. I meant, hey, could you come here? Yeah, I would like some drinks. Would you also like a drink?
I know Morgan
Would you like an additional drink?
Cranberry.
need some Crown of the Rocks, please. I didn't call over so you could buy. I called over so I could buy.
Tony Euler waking up with a couple of wenches.
Thank you. I did not mean to do this. My wife's
I think he's going to make it 250 or 150.
I believe he just made it
Oh,
raise
45.
250.
No, raising 245,000. I am really bad at reading lips. I will be brutally honest with you.
All right. Holy God, that guy yelled at me. You can't plug it in there. I'm like, can I at least unplug what I already had plugged in there that didn't cause a problem? Just saying.
Edgar's going to fold. Let's see what Mike has.
Want my charger back, bro.
He's just going to make the call. Very nice.
But can I at least have the charger back that I already had plugged in there? Okay. I blame Brooks.
Flop comes ace 9-9.
Carl, how'd you smash that river?
I think the first person to put money in the pot here, I think, is going to walk away with this one.
Yeah, I think so too. Tony's going to bet, and Mike folds. So Tony is your winner of that hand. Once again, Survivor tournaments are going on right now. Do not be afraid, my child, to come on down to the West Fargo Fairgrounds. Find the Hardo building. Don't get distracted by the Comic Con or something that's going on next door. The Pop Con. Whatever it might be. Go right past that, or maybe don't. Maybe check it out and then come on over here for some Survivor tournaments. I think he's going to make it 45 is what I read on his lips. 35, nope, way off.
Then when the signs up today like fire sale, $7 a drink. I'm like,
Action over to Eric Hansen.
and you don't even get a discount on a double? Like, sure, charge me whatever for a single. But then if I order
Well, thanks for having me, Brian. I think I'm going to have to step away here for a little bit. But
Absolutely. Thank you for coming out here and
the last $2, I'm like, well, you
keeping me company a little bit on the commentary side of things. Certainly appreciate it.
absolutely. Good luck to you guys here with Championship Sunday coming up tomorrow, as well as the Black Chip Bounty Tournament. Should be a fun finish to the weekend here at poker.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Appreciate you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was a friendly individual, that guy.
I didn't know.
He was going to try to sneak me on the table, bumped into me.
Vodka cranberry?
Yeah,
I'll
good.
go. I like those.
One more of those Tito's cranberry.
one of them there cranberry drinks. Eric, she said, Eric, she's asking if anyone else wants one.
Eric Hansen, ace queen.
She ain't worried about the price. She's like, I don't want to have to walk back again. You got bad intentions in your head? So many voices there.
What does Eric decide to do here?
How do you answer them all at the same time? Eric, 3 tables. We're almost going to 2. Like, we can just be friends. Well, that's speech shit. I don't feel like that speech worked.
Oh, I see. Kramer raised to 60,000. Eric Hansen with ace queen has to decide to call or not.
Are they both bad?
Kramer's very talkative right now, and Eric is trying to get a read on him. But the thing is,
That's only fair, my friend.
as far as I know,
You all in?
it's insanely hard sometimes to get a read on that, man. Eric Hansen goes all in.
I think you don't. No.
It was 700.
I just don't think you're that strong, but
You're wrong.
There we go. Now we know what he's got. What do we think, audience? Fold or call? Go ahead. Comment, comment, comment. Fold or call? What's going to happen?
I can't do much with you in this spot. That's a good bet. That's good.
Yeah, Kramer's going to fold that.
I had ace 8.
Yeah.
I have to open it. I know it. But I haven't played many hands, so you're like, wait a minute.
Not a hard fold to make.
I haven't played a lot of hands. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you just call? Yeah. If you knew I had an ace, you're fine with it. I could have tens and it comes 9 high. Like, oh, F. Nice bet.
Kind of like between us.
Yeah. Similar. I have to raise it. He has to re-raise. Like it is what it is.
Oh, dang it. Didn't work so well. Thought I could beat the transition, but I can't. Not as quick as the machine.
One of your raises is normally like over half the starting stack. That's when like, I've arrived. That's fine. Thank you, Eric. Not for taking my chips, but
Tony a fold.
eeny, meeny.
Action's over to Kramer. Oh no, we checked all around. Beer.
Drink. Drink on the table.
Yeah, I was trying to give it to him. Sorry, Red.
And yes, thank you for the can, police. It's gone. The beer is gone. So Edgar bet 25,000. Carl called. Or he is to call. Action is now on Euler, who's going to raise it up to 50,000. 700,000. We ain't messing around, he says.
Stole my move.
But I don't think Edgar's going anywhere.
No, we're at 19.
I don't think Edgar's going anywhere.
4 and then we combine 9 and 9. We don't play 10. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Edgar's probably thinking, how much? It's the only question he has is how much?
No, you don't. Neither do I. I got my whole family giving me.
How much is the re-raise? Looks to be 250.
Why I don't need the world to hear. I had a cheap.
3-bet to 250,000 from Edgar. Huge.
Y'all gotta come up sometime. You know Nick in Golf's Land, right? Nick? You know Nick in
Tony Euler tried to trap Edgar or to catch him in something. It's going to throw some chip weight around, but Edgar is just not scared at all.
We should get together. Can't be that long where you at. Go see my dad.
Tony Euler is definitely just going to
I'll drink the wife up there.
have to fold here. I mean, he can only get a 4, and even then he's still crushed. It's absolutely nothing.
Can't imagine us getting together. We wouldn't have.
So Edgar Leyva will be your winner of that hand. Catching trip sixes at a very opportune time.
I'm going with my brother
Fortunately,
2 hours north of Mandan.
unfortunately for him, it was against Tony Euler, who I believe is very good at sniffing these situations out and knowing when enough is enough.
We up there 7th. We can meet up. All right. Yeah. Yeah, even if you're like,
Well, I wouldn't be far.
yeah, even if you're like a little ways away.
I told him for sure. He told me.
Yeah, you get it. My brother's sister. Think I'm crazy. Well,
Yes, Dakota Poker Tour will not be going to Vegas, but the Free Poker Network will join us at the end of May.
hold on, I want to see if I can hear the
End of May, May 27th through the 31st, we will be in Las Vegas, Nevada for another national championship. Edgar Leyva wakes up with pocket aces. Oh my goodness.
I mean, I would, but I don't. That's pretty
Kramer with nothing's gonna fold. You know, I love seeing aces.
I checked in. And
What a good mom.
someone goes, what's his name? The one lady goes, is it Jason? And the other guy goes, yeah. Oh, I only know him by Kramer. I'm like, yeah, you and the rest of them know. I grew up with people for 20 years that didn't know my first name. We had 20 people in my graduating class, 10 boys. 3 of us
10, 20, 20.
So, yeah, we all went by our
Oh yeah, we're doing dealer swaps.
obviously is easy, right?
We're just bringing in a new dealer, that's all. Everyone, calm down.
That's funny. Listen, Mom. Where's she at? Listen.
Thank you to 34 people tuning in on Facebook and the 20 people tuning in on YouTube. We appreciate you all.
Like, there's too much room up there. Don't let him set up shop.
What level are we at now?
I've had it almost every time. And that was just the one time. I'm like, I think I can get him.
Why back early and make somebody
I haven't
not
been
going to get
online.
paid
much.
back
I was
on?
70-30 shoving, and this is like this is my tournament life right now. What if he has like
And like that was part of it. I kind of knew that. I'm like, I could probably put pressure here. And hopefully,
All right, Mike will be first to act.
nice hand, you scallywag.
Mike Pajari from Detroit Lakes is one of the OGs of our feature table. He's been here for the long haul. Same thing with Kramer, and I think that's it. It's really just been Mike Pajari and Jason Kramer as the two mainstays at our feature table.
As long as you put them in here, you're good.
These two have been sitting here for the entire time. Edgar Leyva, pocket pair, 2 hands in a row with pocket jacks. Kramer did call the 10K. Edgar will raise it to 80,000. Mike's gonna fold, and Kramer's gonna fold. So Edgar Leyva gaining some steam here, perhaps. Gaining some steam and collecting chips, doing what he loves to do the most, and that is to keep on pulling chips his way.
Tough to lick. You know what? It's like, oh, you're probably full of crap. I'm gonna look you up. No.
I had 7 3s.
There's your chip count there. Kramer at top. Mike Pajari. Oh no. He was once way up there. He's gotten into some big hands though, and has not unfortunately won them. But oh, it's a missteal.
What looked to be insane, but not an
Has anyone looked at the other tables? It's like,
No idea how that happened, but there's your field.
oh no.
See a Survivor tournament going on in the background. Be nice to see if we could get a little bit of a some info on some bigger or smaller stacks out in the field. Unfortunately, I can't get out there and do that. Gotta talk to you fine folks. Eric Hansen folds. Carl Wallen's gonna fold. Or Euler calls. No, he folds. He folds. Kramer raises it up. 70,000.
listen, Mom, I heard you.
Randy, hold up after the hand.
Oh, good.
she folded to her.
Oh yeah, well.
Too cold.
Even Carl could read that
I
one.
don't know if I'm hearing
I was sitting there thinking.
what I'm hearing. It's a little bit of a ruckus, but I feel like
Good fold,
things are moving though. Kramer bets 60,000. Carl calls.
Carl, if you don't listen, that's not on me, bro.
And I think this is going to be the conclusion of tonight's stream, because we're going to, once we get down to 2 tables, we're going to bag, tag, and see you tomorrow. This is scheduled to be a 2-day tournament.
Way to save your tournament life.
So it was either we go till 11 p.m.